Hello everyone. In the subject design and analysis of algorithms, one very important topic I am going to cover in this video, B-trees. So first I would like to introduce about the B-trees and its applications. So B-trees are the balanced search trees designed to work well on disks and other secondary storage devices. So how these B-trees are used for different applications. So first application is to minimize the disk I/O operations with the help of the B-trees. Why? Because B-trees implementation always have its children at the same root. So there is no imbalance in the height of left subtree or right subtree. Database systems use the B-trees and its variants like B plus trees for the indexing purpose. So we can see one example. This is a table in which we have the name of the students, their marks and A's. And we can form on the basis of name this B-tree. So there is a John, Ron, index is also provided, and before the John we will have the Alex and Bob, because Alex and Bob have the alphabet A and B which is lesser than the J. Then we are having the mark in between the John and Ron, and after Ron we are having the Tom. So level, if we see about the leaf node, all the leaf nodes are at the same level. Now I am going to discuss about the properties that we have to follow at the time of creation of a B-tree. First property, we should know what is our node. So every node X has the following attributes. What are these attributes? First point, X dot n, the number of keys currently stored in node X. If you are having one X node and n number of elements, then you are able to store n number of elements into your node X. So we can see the example. This is one node X which consists of 1, 2 up to n number of elements. So whatever the number of elements you can store. Now at the time of storage, what the property you should follow. So this B property will tell you the X dot n keys, means whatever the n number of keys that is available, X dot key 1, X dot key 2, X dot key n, how you will store. So you have to maintain the sorting technique. You have to arrange this data at the time of insertion in increasing order, you can say non-decreasing order. So I have taken one example, n equal to 3, keys 5, 1, 3. So if number of nodes X dot n means X dot 3, means X node will consist of 3 elements, then first time I am going to insert the 5. Okay, I have inserted 5. Then we are going to insert the 1. So what we have to do? 1 will never go after 5. Why? Because 1 is minimum. So X dot key 1 will be lesser than the X dot key 2. So if we talk about the two keys are there, 5 and 1. So first we have stored the 5, but after that when 1 came into existence and we started to insert the 1, so we compared 1 is less than equal to 5 or not. If it is less than equal to 5, then we have to shift 5 at the next cell, and then we can insert the 1 before the 5. Now we talk about the 3. In 3, what we have to do? Again we will start to compare the 3 with 1. Okay, so 3 is greater than 1, so it will come after the 1. Again there is another element 5, so we cannot overwrite 5. First we will check 3 is greater than equal to 5 or less than. So 3 is less than 5, so again we have to shift the 5. Then we will have the 1, 3, 5. So the meaning of 1b is you have to arrange the number of keys, number of elements in increasing order. Okay, you cannot take it random. Now how we will recognize that these are the leaf nodes, the available nodes are the leaf nodes of the tree. So where you are finishing the tree. Okay, so here the 1c part tells us that if X dot leaf property will be 1, then it will be a leaf node, otherwise it will be a internal node. So you can see here 1, 3, 5, and before 1 we are having 0, in between 1 and 3 we are having children 2, in between 3 and 5 we are having 4, and after 5 we are having 4, 6. So if we are saying 0, 2, 4, 6, these are the leaf nodes. So there will be x dot leaf property enabled by 1. So it will be always written there 1. If it is 0, then it will be the internal node. So here with the 0, 2, 4 and 6, there will be x dot leaf equal to 1. So that will prove that these are the leaf nodes. Now the second property again is very important. How many children will be there? If node X is containing n plus n number of elements, then how many storage locations may be there, how many pointers may be there to store the children's. So the children's will dependent on the number of pointers that are available with the X node. So if your X is internal node, first you have to find out how many elements are there in X node, and on the basis of that element you can store n plus 1 number of pointers. And with the leaf node, if we talk about leaf node, there will be no children, so this attribute will not be applicable for the leaf node. So we can see the example here. Suppose X is a node which consists of 1, 2, dash n number of elements. So before 1 we can have the 1 pointer, before 2 we will have the 2 pointer, second pointer, before 3 we have the third pointer, and before n we are having the n pointers. So if we talk about all the elements, previous pointer is having the address for that. So after n there is another pointer, that is your n plus 1 pointer. So if we talk about there are n number of elements in your X, so there will be n plus 1 pointers, and n plus 1 pointers will have n plus 1 children's. So you can see here, this is your X. This is your X which consists of n number of nodes. These are the pointers places, addresses places. So if before 1 we are having one address, before 2 we are having one address, so before n we are having the nth address. So after n we are having the n plus 1 address. So how many childrens we can store? X dot ci, I will dependent on n plus 1. So n plus 1 childrens we can store with the help of n plus 1 pointers. Now the third, the key. X dot key I separate the ranges of keys stored in each subtree. It means if you are having a key, I'm taking simple example, n equal to 3. So in this n equal to 3, there are 4 keys, 3, 1, 2, 4. So suppose you are having X dot key 1 at the place of root. So if you are having the 1, 2, 4, so 1, 2 will go in left direction, because this key 1, K1, K1, and this, if we are talking about the K2, the rightmost elements we are saying K2, and leftmost we are saying K1. So these 1 and 2 will go before the 3. It means left subtree will become as a K1 and right subtree will become as a K2. So smaller values will go in left side and larger value will go in right side. So this is the property that you are following. X dot key 1. Key 1 is the key element of the root X or internal node X. And where you are having the other elements K1, so K1 will be smaller than the X dot key 1, and this K1 will be stored in the left subtree of the X dot key 1. And K2 are the larger elements, larger keys that are coming to insert in the tree. So these K2 will go right side of the X dot key 1. So this is the simple property that will help to divide your elements into two subtrees. Now next is all leaves have the same depth. So this is a very basic property, and that's why we are utilizing it into disk IO operations minimization. So here you can see, this is the one example, every leaf node will at the same height. Now fifth is very important. On the basis of fifth we will be able to create the B trees. So what is the minimum degree? The minimum degree will be given to us, that will show your upper and lower bound. So with the help of this minimum degree, we will decide how many minimum number of elements may be there in the any node of the B trees, and how many maximum number of elements or keys will be there in any node of the B trees. So if we talk about the 5a says every node other than the root must have at least t minus 1 keys. So this is the basic property with the minimum number of keys. So you will have the t minus 1 number of keys with each and every node of the B trees. Now if you talk about the every internal node other than the root has at least t children. So I have talked about already. If you are having the n number of keys, you will have n plus 1 number of keys. So here if t minus 1 number of keys you are having, then t number of keys may be there. If tree is non-empty, the root must have at least 1 key. Now B part, that is the example I have shown here. So this is your minimum number of elements. So because minimum degree t equal to 2, so here minimum number of keys will be t minus 1 equal to 1. So you can see minimum number of elements may be 1. Now 5b, this is again, it will give you the maximum number of elements. So how many at most elements you can have, how many at most keys you can have, that will depend on 2 into t minus 1, that is the 2 into minimum degree minus 1. And how many childrens may you have with such type of nodes which are having the maximum number of keys, that will have the 2 into t children. Okay, and how you will say, when you will say that your node is full. So if you are having 2t minus 1 number of keys in any node, you can say it is a full. So you can see another example. This is the full case. I have taken one example, number of keys we have inserted into a B tree. So minimum number of degree is given t equal to 2. On the basis of, first you have to identify the lower bound, that is the minimum number of keys 1, t minus 1, and maximum number of keys will be 2t minus 1. So in this tree, these are the minimum number of keys and this is having the maximum number of keys, and this is in between. So this is a B trees which is following the property of the B trees. Now I am going to discuss about the B trees creation. So there are few elements I have taken, and one by one we will insert, we will learn the how we will split the data, how we will send the data upward direction. So first I will insert 1 because degree t is equal to 2 given, minimum number of keys equal to t minus 1 equal to 1, maximum number of keys equal to 2t minus 1 equal to 3. So maximum number of elements may be 3 and minimum number of elements may be 1. So first we have inserted 1 at the root, no issue because maximum keys may be 3. So 1, 2, 3. Up to 3 we can insert. When we will reach to the 4, we cannot insert at the root. So first we have to split, and splitting process will be done from the middle of the node. So middle, that is 2. So from 2 we will split. The minimum element is having before the 2 and maximum element after the 2. So after elements will go in right side and minimum element will go in left side. So this will be a tree. Now you can insert 4 and 5. So here 2 in left direction 1, you will compare your key with the root. Then 3 and 4 are the larger than the 2. So first you will insert 3. Then after 3 you will compare the 4 by 2. 4 is greater than 2, it will go right side. 4 is greater than 3, it will go right side of the 3. And 5 will be also there. So again, now you have to go for the 6 insertion. So again you have to split because 6 will go after the 5. So there may not have the 4 elements. Maximum size is your 3. So you have to split and move up. So when you will split to internal nodes, the mid element will go to its root, to its parent. So now 2, 4 will go upside. So now where the 3 will go? 3 will go in between 2 and 4. 3 will never go after 4 because 3 is smaller than the 4 and larger than the 2. So it will go in between 2 and 4. And after that 5, then you can insert 6, then you can insert 7. So up to 7 you can insert, after that you can insert the 8. So again you have to perform the splitting. So you can split and move. So 6 will go up and 7 and 8 will be there. Now before going to insert the next element, because your root is full, first you have to split your root to make the space, so that if internal node has the full case, you split that, then your mid element will go up to root or parent, so that there may be one space and that parent can accommodate the new element which is coming from the downside. So we can split the root. So this will be your B tree. Again you can insert 9. So after 8 you can insert the 9. Then 10. Again you have to insert the 7, 8, 9 from 8. 8 will go upside. That will adjust with 6. So that will be 6 and 8, and 7 will place in between 6 and 8, 9 and 10 will remain as it is. After that 11 you can insert. Yes. Now if you are going to insert the 12 again, so it will go after 11. There may not have the 4 elements. So again you have to split. You can split 10 from 10. 10 will go upside. So there will be another B tree. Now after 13, so you can insert after 13 there is a 14. So there will be a big issue. How can we insert 14? Because you have to split 12 and already your parent node is already full. So you have to perform the two splitting process. First is your split and move first one, the parent, and then leaf node. So first you have to split 6, 8, 10. From 8, 8 will go upside, then 6 and 6 its children, and 10 will go another direction. So we will see this is our B trees after first split, and then you will split the 11, 12, 13 to accommodate your 40. So from 12 you will split and 12 will go with 10. So here 10, 12, and in between 10 and 12 there will be 11, and then 13, then 14 and 15 you can insert with the 13. So this is the simple process of your insertion, or you can say the B trees creation, where number of elements are given to you, minimum number of degree will be given to you. You have to find out the lower bound as well as the upper bound with the help of the formula. Minimum key is equal to t minus 1, maximum number of keys equal to 2t minus 1. Now we see one example. Minimum degree is t equal to 3. If already a tree is given, how we will insert a new element? So this is a tree that is given to us. Now you can see A, C, D, E is given to us. That is a leaf node. We have to insert the B. So we will check here. B will go, we will compare with the G, it will go left direction. Here after A it will go. So we can insert directly. Why? Because we have to find out the maximum number of keys. So there may be 5 keys may be possible. 3 into 2 minus 1. So easily you can insert the B. So in this node you have inserted the key. After that Q you have to insert. So where the Q will go? So you have to compare with G, M. So here after P you can insert the Q. So if you see the previous, there is a R, S, T, U, V and P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. So there is a already full and one element new is coming here. So what you have to do, first you have to split this node with T, and T will go upside, and this will be divided in two parts. RS as a left children, UV as a right children, and with RS you can insert your Q. So you can see here. Okay. So here your T will go upside, with RS Q will come, and then UV will be next children. Now L you have to insert. So how can you insert L? So before insertion L, what you will do, first your root is already full. So first split your root. So from P you can split. So P to left GM will go, and P to right TX will go. And after that you can arrange. And then you can check where L will go. So JKL. So with the JKL, this node, the L will be inserted after K. So you can see here, this is we have inserted. Next F. So you can insert F, because you can see here again F will come A, B, C, D, E, F. So already it is full, we cannot insert F. So what you have to do, again you have to split this node from C. C will go upside, and AB as a left and D as a right. So after E you can insert the F. So here you can see D, E, F, left children A, B, and C will go upside. So thank you. Keep learning.